welcome all of you. Today's topic on pranayama practice is a Nadi Shodhan. Some people call it Anuloma Viloma, and even it has some other name. The practice is the same. Name has changed because of the tradition, because of the teachers. So do not confuse. First of all, I will say. Then now come to the point on subject, Nadi Shodhan. What is a Nadi Shodhan pranayama? What is the meaning of the Nadi Shodhan is very important. Nadi is a very ancient word in the Sanskrit dictionary, in Sanskrit literature and the yogic literature it used. Even in the Ayurveda also have used it, Nadi. Even in astrology also have used it, same word, Nadi, N-A-D-I. There are very similar word in Sanskrit is called Nadi, and we write in the same way like N-A-D-I. The difference only is pronunciation. So please be careful. Nadi in English we translate it as an energy channel. The flow of energy through which it flows. You can say Nadi. There are many Nadis are in our physical body. Thousands and thousands, according to the different scriptures, they talk about the different numbers. The main Nadis, according to Hadapradipika, it says there are 72,000 Nadis are there. There no name is given on the each Nadis, but is given. According to the Shiva Samhita, it is another textbook on the Hatha Yoga, it says there are 350,000 Nadis are in this body. Among of 350,000, 72,000 Nadis, it says there are 10 Nadis are important. Among of 10 Nadis, 3 Nadis are the main. And then at the end, they say among of 3 Nadis, even 1 Nadi is important. That's it. So it was the Nadi number I was talking. The second word is called the Shodhan. Very important word. It has a very nice meaning. Shodhana means purification. To clean it, to wash it, to purify it. Pranayama means breathing practice technique. So which technique is to purify? Which practice is to purify your nadis with breath, with a breathing technique practice? It is called Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. According to the tradition and the scripture on this technique, is explained, you should do in the beginning of a pranayama. First you complete your Nadi Shodhan, then you are ready to move on the further practice. Why? Why we should practice in the beginning of all the pranayama? Why not at the end? So the masters say before you going to stay in your room, what do you do first? You clean your room, your bedsheet, your bed, chair, kitchen, because it is a dirty, it is a messy, more disturbed. So those nadis are mixed, not clean, not pure. When the energy will arise, will disappoint you, will disturb you. So first practice on Nadi Shodhan is to purify, to clean, to wash it, to remove those toxins from your nadis. Then you are ready to practice. So after establishing your abdominal breath, diaphragmatic breath, then you can ask to your teachers how to practice Nadi Shodhan. When you are ready to practice, then continue with your training, with your practice. This technique is open for everyone from childhood till the older age, longer age, like 80 years, 90, 100 years old. People can practice it because it's very simple, very easy. From the childhood till now, according to our age and the height, lifestyle, we have not cleaned our body. My point is, cleaning of body means not externally. Of course, we are taking shower, we wash our body and change the shirts, pants. It is the part of the purification. So on external purification is not a matter. The main point is the internal purification. So for example, last many years we have not cleaned, purified our digestive tract. We are eating last many years, many times we take the food, many times in a day. But how many of you have cleaned the digestive tract? Very few. So those toxins are in the food pipe, is there. So that's why before you start the asana and pranayama meditation, the masters, they say you must clean your inner organs, inner system first. Then you are ready to practice yogasana, pranayama, meditation. So on the Nadi Shodhan practice, first step is apply your natural breath, diaphragmatic breath. Second point is your position, your posture. Whichever posture where you feel stable and comfortable with the head, neck and spine aligned is important. In a yoga, masters have given lots of point and the important, they have given more important on the spine. Whether you are sitting or eating, walking, doing anything, your spine should be straight. So which position you have chosen, your posture should be straight, comfortable. Then take your right hand or left hand. Is up to you. Take it, the first forefinger, last forefinger, and make it the fist like this. Thumb only should separate. Then release the first two fingers like here. Rest it, first two fingers on your eyebrow center like here, and the last two finger, use it your nose, use it as to hold your nose, left nostril, and use your thumb to hold the right nostril. And then the process start. So I will go on the last how to practice Nadi Shodhan. Before we go on that, let's come on the topic how those nadis, three nadis, are connected with our body and the nose nervous system. There are three main nadis. That nadi's name is called the Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. Those nadis is connected with our left and the right nostril. Anatomically, scientifically, even it is proven, those nadis, when function well, you and your mind is maintained well. When it changes the flow of the nadis, when it get blocked, even is disturbed. So the main point is to keep it balanced, pure. So Ida Nadi, it is associated with your left nostril. The Pingala Nadi is associated with the right nostril, and the Sushumna Nadi is associated with the center nostril, which is called the nasal wall. It starts from the septum all the way up to your eyebrow center, and then it goes back in the brain, in the head, and then it goes down to the bottom of the spine. And then the other two nadis is move like this, like a snake. So the function of Ida Nadi, role of Ida Nadi is called the lunar effect, and the role function of the Pingala Nadi is called the solar effect. When it activates or is on, open, it gives the different effect to body and your nervous system. When it changes, even it affect indifferently. You get a different energy flow. And the most point is it doesn't maintain or remain the one nostril. If you are a healthy person, if you are sick emotionally, psychologically, physiologically, then maybe will function or will active the one nostril. But if you are healthy, fit physically, emotionally, then after 45 minutes to 1 hour, that breath, the flow of breath, it always changes. When it changes, your brain function, it has a two part on the brain, left hemisphere and the right hemisphere is called. So it always switch. When your breath switch from right nostril to left, left to right. So right nostril is associated with the Pingala Nadi, left nostril with the Ida, and the center with the Sushumna. When air flow more with the right nostril, you can say my solar nostril is a dominant. My point is how to understand which nostril energy channel is more dominant than the other. So the best technique, way to understand is check your breath in your nostril, which one is active and the passive. In which nostril you feel more airflow, it means that nostril is more dominant, more active than the other. If you want to switch your nostril on any time, you can change, you can switch. But before you switch, before you go on that, I will say you must have practiced some pranayama, otherwise sometimes it's disturbed to your body and your emotions also. You see different big changes in the emotional level and psychological level. In a modern science, they have given the name for this. On the right nostril, they call it the sympathetic. When your right nostril is dominant, they call it your sympathetic nervous system is dominant. And when your left nostril is active, they call it your parasympathetic nervous system is active. They also have proven when your right nostril is dominant as a sympathetic nervous system, physically, it responds differently, even if you feel differently. And when your left nostril is dominant, mentally, emotionally, you feel totally different than the right nostril. So it's very clear, left nostril is connected, associated with your mind, and the right nostril is connected, associated with your body. That's why in a modern science, they call it, when your right nostril is active or sympathetic nervous system is on, is called fight and flight. Means when you see the snake on the road or in a room anytime, especially in the night or in the dark, so sudden your body responds to run from there. Or when you see the leopard or the lion in the jungle, quickly, immediately your system forces you to move from there. You don't wait even. So modern science, they say, this is the reaction of sympathetic. Even on that time we were very relaxed and calm. But just watching or looking the leopard, snake, elephant, immediately is change. You don't wait for a second. When you go on your bed, when you are really tired and want to relax, when you go to sleep, on that time, even when you read some book, when you draw some image, picture, when you do some painting, on that time your mind is totally different because you are using your brain capacity, you are using your brain power. So your parasympathetic nervous system is more dominant than the physical. Even yogis, they say it is not complete. You have to forget on these two. Because the goal of yoga in a hatha training is to balance the solar force and the lunar force. In the hatha yoga is one, say, to dominate the one side. Yes, those who need it, you can work with it. But the goal of hatha yoga is to balance both energy, Ida and the Pingala. Then what is the goal, the purpose of balancing her and her? It's a Kevalam Raja Yogaya Hatha Vidyam Upadishet. Only for the Raja Yoga. So Nadi Shodhan and those practices is designed only for Raja Yoga. Means a meditation, yoga training, meditation practice. So for the Nadi Shodhan practice, sit in a comfortable position, take your right hand, fold it first two fingers, and then hold your right nostril before you exhale. So in this technique, we will use our nose and the hand. We will do few times of deep breathing, exercise, inhalation and exhalation. Do not try to hold your breath, please, in this technique. So for the training, hold your right nostril and then exhale with the left nostril. Let go all the carbon dioxide. After complete exhalation, take a deep breath as much as possible. Do not force yourself unnecessary. After maximum inhalation, switch your nostril, hold your left nostril, and then exhale with the other side. When you exhale, even do not hold your breath. Let go all your carbon dioxide is very important. So as much as you exhale or as much as you have release the breath, you are creating enough space in your body to get it more oxygen. If you not exhaling properly, body is not releasing the CO2, then you will not get the enough oxygen. So to get the enough oxygen is very important to release first. Okay. So on the Nadi Shodhan practice, once again look at here, hold the right nostril, exhale with the left. Then inhale with the same nostril. Switch your nostril, then exhale with the other side. Then again inhale with the same nostril and then switch your nostril, exhale with the other side. So in this technique, we always inhaling with the one nostril and exhaling with the other nostril. This is the most important point on the practice. With which nostril you have inhale, do not exhale with the same nostril. Always switch after inhalation. and then again inhale with the same, and then switch, exhale. So this is the practice on Nadi Shodhan. We counted the 4 breaths. 1 inhalation, 1 exhalation, we counted the 1 breath. If you count like that, then there is a 2 breath only. But when you count it 1 inhalation, 2 exhalation, 3 inhalation, 4 exhalation, then there is a 4. We never count the number when you exhale. On the first exhalation, we never count in this practice. Why? Because it is the releasing time to let go all your carbon dioxide, all your problems, all your pain and misery, tension, and then inhale, exhale, slow and deep breath. So it is named called Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. It has so many benefits. It has so many variations. I have shared with you just one from the many technique of Nadi Shodhan. This technique is open for everyone, those who are struggling with the awareness, concentration. They can practice Nadi Shodhan and then see the change in 1 week. Those who have asthma, diabetes, high blood pressure, mental problem, and so many diseases, just tell them to do Nadi Shodhan. It is open for everyone. Om Hari Om.